Okay, it's day 171, and I'm here with the founder of Giggity. This is Rich.
Hello.
Seng.
How you doing? Yeah. How you doing, everyone? Like many of you, I've been following George from day 50 or so. Really been impressed with how media is changing, because we can now take control of the narrative, and we're no longer trapped into the mainstream media.
And Rich is not satisfied with just having a first name of Rich, and he has filmed people who sang. And he did get rich that way as the founder and CEO here and I don't know how rich you are.
No.
But Giggity. I figured no diggity.
So what we did, Giggity is a live streaming company. We would go to music venues and comedy clubs.
Could have used you this morning. YouTube could have used you.
And we installed the cameras and microphones permanently so that a venue no longer had to do anything but just spend 1 minute scheduling the start time and end time on a broadcast.
Kind of like a newsroom.
Yeah, and then, is it going to be free or pay-per-view? If it's pay-per-view, how much does each artist receive? So we're like Buddy Guy's Legends. We're at Second City and IO and venues in Los Angeles and in Boston.
Like
coast
40 or 50 of these venues.
Yeah, well, about 40, yeah. And, we were allowing people who could not attend a rock show or a comedy show to just pull up the live stream. And then get money for all the artists too.
Patreon. If you're Patreon, that's perfect, right?
Yeah. But it wasn't like a donation. It was more like you had to pay $5 for the pay-per-view ticket.
Oh, okay. So it's more than just a donation on the month.
Yeah.
Now you see the Flatiron building behind us. Do they call this area the Flatiron?
Well, this area is Wicker Park.
Park.
And it's mainly like an old Polish neighborhood.
Okay.
They built all these old buildings.
They just fixed this Roby Hotel over here. The Roby Hotel. If you're a startup, have your meetings on the second floor of the Roby.
Yeah.
Great breakfast there too. We didn't actually eat there. We just looked.
Oh, we had some bagels.
We had some bagels, courtesy of Giggity.
Yeah.
So I always make offers to make myself rich, but I try to make it look like it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
And so what I talked to you about was UpWhistle. Now here's my idea of UpWhistle. Is you know how you upload stuff? People upload stuff, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great? I'll get you. If whistleblowers had a way of whistling.
Yeah.
If you had here's Imran leaving with the Bitcoin, with the leg up like this, leaving Rayburn.
If you're Andrew McCabe with like a change of conscience, the illumination of your conscience.
Yeah. Or if you're Rahm Emanuel and you're, going into the back of the cabs, getting the drop from Podesta. Wouldn't it be great if you could UpWhistle?
Yeah, well, you'd put up your leak, theoretically, and then the crowd would go, okay, there's something here that the main group
You could upvote it. You could upvote it.
And vet it.
And then you know what I found out? I had this great idea of UpWhistle. I had this domain name. And guess who had the domain before me?
Yeah, I happened to scoop up the name right before George, so I own UpWhistle.com. But it's going to be something for like one of the things I'd watch InfoWars, like Alex Jones, used to infuriate me because there's so many good stories like yours that just never got hit upon. So I'm like, what if there was UpWhistle where people could vet.
Those are SES. Yeah. SES convention this weekend.
People could vet the idea, and then Alex Jones and all of these like independent alternative news networks, they would just have the cream story. The cream idea would just be right there for them.
So it's better than upvoting. It's UpWhistling because what you're doing is you're going on to crowdsource sites. You're getting a lot of data. You're finding some kind of stuff. It's kind of like our Trello board. Only it's UpWhistle for everybody. Now the world cannot vote on the Trello board, basically.
Yeah. So basically, if you are an insider and you have that illumination of conscience where you're like, this is hurting society, civilization, this needs to get out.
Well, let's just say somebody said, here's the address of MIS department. Could you go by and film the MIS department?
Yes, you could. You could just, hop on your bicycle or
you
get on the bus.
You could do that. Well, maybe we'll do that. See if this guy's really, how did you let me talk you out of so much stock in our first meeting?
So
SES.
SES again,
SES. Oh, they're going for Ron. Who knew he was a cop? I think they're going for you, Ron. We're here in Wicker Park.
He's just a faker.
He's a fake. Okay, let's put you to the test. Let's see if we can find. We're gonna give We're gonna be like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you. It's on California, I think.
California.
We're gonna
just
give
up
you.
Milwaukee Avenue. Right
We're
up
gonna
here.
see if you can find the MIS department where all the FBI phone calls. Remember Hawkins?
Yeah.
Remember Andre Hawkins making all those phone calls? That's what that metadata. I just told the story. That metadata, when I shared it with two people from the DNC at I won't say what place in Washington D.C., they said no. There's two letters. There's two joint funding letters. I'm like, oh, there's another joint funding letter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Donna Brazil came out with a prequel about 3 days later, admitting to the second joint funding agreement to sweep the NGP van data and sweep the money to Brooklyn. Okay, let's go.
All right, let's
go.